Chapter-3-6-4. Should I have one of those clipboards? 364. You have no idea what I just talked about. You know those little, when you're making movies, and they start a scene and they have the number of the scene?
Oh, yeah.
You guys are all burnt out. You want the week to be over. All right, it says, you are a part-time computer worker, you just upgraded a customer's computer. The computer starts, but shut down shortly afterward. Starting Windows. Diagnose the problem. Because you know that the problem is related to a processor. Well, how do we know that? They didn't give us nearly enough information. What they probably should have said is, the old processor was there, you upgraded the processor, it worked before, you changed it, and now it doesn't work. Then you could say it was the processor. But they don't give you enough information to really, truly, in a real-world scenario, say, this is the processor problem. Okay, but you know that the problem is related to the process. Check issues related to the processor installation. Okay, so who would like to tell me what the first thing I should do is?
Take the fan off?
Your fan's not plugged.
The fan is not plugged in, unconnected. So why did the computer shut down?
It's overheating.
The heat, the BIOS read the heat of your system, and it said, well, aren't you lucky I'm around? And it shut your system down before you burnt a hole right through the middle of your computer. It's sort of like that first day you try to drive your car with no water in the radiator. No, you might have a little tiny ding, 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 ding light, but you're just going to seize up the engine, it's going to lock up there, and you got to buy a new engine. About the same, very close analogy.
That happened to me once. I had a Toyota Camry in 1994, and one day when I was driving it home, it was like, I was in the parking lot, and like there was coolant like leaked all over the bottom of my car. I'm like, what the hell is that? And like, I drove in, and the guy was like, hey, your hood is smoking, you should take it to the automotive shop. So I'm like, yeah. He's like, you might want to take it to the shop before it explodes on you. So I'm like,
Well, did you get it in before it seized?
yeah. Lucky for me, the automotive shop was like 7 minutes away from the college I was.
The aluminum will actually fuse. It will heat up so much it will fuse, and pistons will fuse together, and it will just be a very large paperweight. And it will never be used again. So all I did was click on the fan, drag the wire up here to the CPU fan, plug it in, and we're done. Aren't you guys happy that this is a nice short chapter? Or an easy chapter? They had to really stress it out to get there. All right, so there is installing memory next, which we're not going to have time for. It's same as easy as it was the processor. Read the documentation.